Are we back? Are we back? Are we live? Are we live, guys? My internet this week has been horrific. Absolutely garbage. Disgusting. Oh my goodness. It was so bad this week. I apologize. How do I turn off my own YouTube sound? Oh, here we go. Yay. The camera looks gorgeous. Yeah, you can see my bags and I just woke up and shit. Yeah, it's fantastic. It shows everything, right? I. Oh, guys. How are we doing? How are we doing with the remix contest? I really hope this internet stays up. I really hope so. It is out of my control at this point. And it's really shit. Hello. I can't see the chat refreshing. Oh, it is refreshing. Yeah. My wheat plants are doing good. Thank you so much. What are we talking about, guys? Should I just show the Kick Drum Addict original project? Would that help? Are you guys all participating in the Kick Drum project? Are y'all working with it? Yeah, the camera is good. It's a good investment. I used it for the Uptempo program. Oh, you send in your stuff? That's great. Yeah, my wheat plants are doing great. Rushing to get it finished, but I'm happy that I really put my own spin to it. Dude, I can't wait. So many demos to review, though. Oh my gosh. I got, I think, 300 participants. And on the other hand, I really hope everyone sends it in. On the other hand, I really hope they don't. Because how the fuck am I going to listen to 300 tracks, right? That's crazy. Anyway, that's my problem. That's my problem. Not your problem. That's my problem. My eyes are getting worse. I'm getting older. My eyes are getting worse. I'm looking at the chat like I need binoculars or something like that. Let me let me put the font a little bit bigger. God damn it. I'm getting older, man. I scale. Please work with me. I It's bad. Bad, guys. Oh, I got it. I fixed it. Woohoo! I fixed it. All right, so I can read the chat better now. Oh, you're unable to finish the track. All right. Question, is there one winner or one winner per genre? Ah, that's a good question. I'm not going to answer that. You'll see. You'll see. We're going to do a stream with the best tracks. I would say the top 10. If you're invited, you'll know. Not now, because the contest is still running, of course. But yeah, we're going to do a stream, the top 10, and then we'll announce the winner. How does that sound? Yeah. 300 times 3 minutes, right? Just imagine that. But not only that, you have to have an opinion, write the opinion, so it will take you around 5 minutes each tracks. Yo, what's up, T-Souls? Yeah. No, my YouTube chat is open. Look, I got a new yeah, thank you. Nice setup. Look, I got a little screen for the disc for the Look. It's pretty cool, huh? I can read the chat like that. Got my shit figured out, yo. Anyway. So that looks good. So when review tracks, okay, so when everything is sent it in, and we're just gonna see. when everything's sent in, by the way, send it in is not English. Sent in with a T. Um, I'll come up with a date for the stream and the winner announcement. Being top 10 out of 300 would be crazy in this strong community. Yeah, there's a lot of competition. Which studio monitors do you have? What do you have? A little bit of. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me a little bit of. Because we're still talking, right? We're not producing that much. Okay. Okay. There we go. Nice. A little bit in the background, make it cozy. Yo, what's up, dude? You couldn't make it? Unfortunately, life shit. Yeah, life happens. Life happens, dude. Life's busy. Telling me about it. Spend my whole morning answering emails. Thanks for the compliment, Jesper. Yeah, I can run through the kick drum project. That's might be fun to do. Let's not show that garbage on the floor too much. All right. Yeah, just imagine 300 tracks reviewing that every time. Rocket 5. Yo, what's up, Scott Dory? Yeah, so I have I actually got this one today. This little keyboard right here. It's actually made for FL Studio. Really happy with that. Gonna record some theory lessons. Wow, finally, guys, some theory lessons. Wow, great. And no, I have the Atom A5 together with an Atom T10 subwoofer. So I chose to do a monitor 2.1 setup. And I prefer that because the low end for monitor speakers are not significant in my opinion. Unless you have like the big Genelecs or the big Atom speakers, I prefer the low end to be separated from the monitor speakers. So I choose to have two monitors that have high quality output and are just compact. So I used to run the A7, but that was a little bit too much for a 2.1 setup. So yeah, this is what I like. Boas likes the second part of the kick drum addict. Yeah, sub is a must. I wouldn't say it's a must though, but if you have the budget, I mean, it's to each their own, right? To each their own. I've sat in many studios where there was no subwoofer and the low end was fantastic. It's all about how you treat your room and shit. It's not necessarily complicated, but if you want to do it well, yeah, I would say just get a subwoofer. Less effort, high output. All right, let's run. Are we really gonna run through the project? It's such a mess though. That's fine. Okay, and let me know, guys, if you have any questions about the kick drum project. Let's switch to the... Oh, way yo! Nice. Nice. TV7s with a lot of acoustic treatment. Yep. That's great to hear, Boas. Try to keep the chat in English if you can. And if not, use ChatGPT. All right. This is it. Which project are we at? This is the Uptempo track. Oh, wrong display. There we go. Shabam. I love the jazz in the background too, but if we're gonna run through a project, I can't turn that on. All right, boss. Thank you. All right. This is the... Hey, Daniel! Wow, he's still alive. You need to release more, buddy. Right. Who's ready for the messy project? By the way... God damn it. What a mess. I. My name was Mr. Worldwide. Yeah, I do. All right, this is the messy project. I believe there's sounds missing. I believe the screech is not loading properly, but let's just run through it. Yeah. God damn it. Well, this is how I work, guys. I don't work. Y'all with the structure and stuff. Get the fuck out of here, man. This is how you make music, okay? All right, let's go. All right, good job, Dan.
Addicted to the fame. Addicted to the kick drum.
Dude, how good is that crunch, though? Like, let's dive into it. How do you find anything there? I just know. Like, people like me, chaotic people, we just know. Like, what do you mean? What do you find anything there? I just know where everything is. And all you organized people just have to read where everything is. I know where everything is. And that's the difference between you and me. Yeah? That's the difference between you and me. The audio has some delay. Okay. I don't know what to tell you. Let me see what happens.
Addicted to the fame.
Oh, yeah, it's double. Got it.
Addicted to the...
Yeah, so that reverb kick, right? This one is literally just stretch the mother. Dutch translation. So it's just a reverb that turns on. That's it. And the original, it's just the kick. What I did is probably, yeah, okay. I cut it off here. Boom. Make unique. And then I know you guys cannot see everything, like make unique stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's an FL Studio thing. But yeah, I just stretched it, made it unique. Sorry, the other way around. Make it unique. Stretch it on mono all the way. And then obviously get rid of this artifact right here. Move it a little bit more to the left or under it, whatever you want. Whatever rows your boat. Remove the fade. Something like that. Typical Rawstyle. It absolutely is. And by the way, this works best when your till is very clean. Like this one looks really clean if you stretch it. There's a lot of tills. Let's see, Smiler. Like for example, if you're gonna stretch this, this will not have the same effect because this waveform is just completely with harmonics in the sub lows and shit like that. That's not gonna work. So the cleaner the tail, the better the outcome would be for stuff like this. Very nice. Okay, moving on. This is such an old project though. What is this project from? Project info. Worked on it for 43 hours. 2020. Okay. Is that true? Yeah, 2020. But I believe there's more tracks in this. What I did, you think you're chaotic? I build my track and then I delete everything and I build another track. And the old project is still in this project. If you think you're chaotic, oh man. So there's like maybe Body Shock is even in this project. What is this? Oh, this looks pretty clean. Oh. Okay, cool. All right. Oh, that's Smiler kick.
To the kick drum. I'm addicted to the kick drum.
Oh, guys, I think what might be happening in a bit though is because I didn't buy the Pro Q2. I cracked it just gonna be open with that. So it might just go back to white noise after like 5 minutes, so we have to restart it. Oi, what a great stream. All right, so the lead, typical Neros lead, I would say. That's why it's called Jan Synth. Probably January. And mind you, these are all old techniques that I used, but it still sounds pretty good, I would say. I believe there's a lot of high end going on in the span, if I can hear correctly. Come on. Wow, there's only 2 leads, guys. There's only 2 layers. And then this one is... Yeah, this one sounds horrible. Hyper saw basic. And it's super saw layer. One of them is too low. Whatever, with the low end here. Take drugs. Yeah, that's not advice, guys. Okay? It's not advice to take drugs. I just renamed it to a track that I made, Take Drugs. Honestly, guys, what I was thinking out loud. I have so many unreleased tracks. I should just do like a fucking random stream with browsing through all the unreleased stuff that I'd never produced. So much good shit in there, honestly. Okay, so that's the lead. Nothing fancy here. But to be honest with you, it sounds pretty good for only 2 layers. Any questions? Let me know. Sounds like complete ass. What's going wrong here? Like I said. Sounds like complete ass. Yeah, it's not the right kick. What happens over time when you have like old projects, stuff gets replaced and FL Studio reads out other samples and other parameters in plugins. So it might sound a little bit messed up, but you guys obviously know the original. It's just, this was just a kick breakdown, low end. This is a pretty cool feature that I added for the percussion. I believe I included it in the stems too. It's something you can apply to in your mid intros to give it a lot of more drive to it. I'm addicted to the and then again, this is the screech, and as you can hear, it didn't take the original. It's probably the same sample, but there was like a pitch bend on it. This kick was pretty cool. It's from the Judgment track, the COVID track that I made. With a nice sample that I just like the most basic gabber kick, kind of something like that. I thought it sounded cool, even though the processing in this preview sounds horrible. I really like this pluck. That's mine. Back off. So this adds so much to it. And this is just a vandalism pluck, but it adds so much depth to the up tempo, to the build up. Addicted to the game, addicted to the fame. Addicted to the kick,
Addicted to the game.
Is there anything on the master, or is it supposed to be hitting the 0 dB? Don't ask me questions about mix and mastering. Was not a thing back then. I was like, it sounds good, it's fine, okay? So I can show you what's on the master. I don't even know.
Addicted to,
A free filter? What the fuck?
addicted to the game.
Literally, there's nothing on the master. Just a Pro Q2, which doesn't load. Wave shaper is off. Nothing on the master. oh, nothing. So yeah, addicted to the game, addicted to the fame. Yes, that's what it says. How do you make transitions from drop to break clean? Okay, so you're asking. Don't mind the kicks itself, but I used to do. You have to glue everything together, right? So you can use a crash, a downlifter, and a reverse crash. That's usually the standard recipe that I use. So here's the reverse crash. I use a reverse crash to announce something. So announcing a new part in a break, announcing the end, not so much. I use more an uplifter for that. Kind of is an uplifter in a way. It's like white noise, but usually I use it for transitions. So this transitions the mid intro to the break with a hit. And what is this? This is the... And the downlifter does a lot too. The downlifter does a lot. It glues it together. So you have to find a way to glue it all together. Kind of anger fist pluck. Yeah, it's cool, huh? Oh, that's a cool trick what I did here. I open it up here with another lead from, I believe it's... These are included in the... I have no idea which preset pack this is. No idea. I see Frontliner, Gangsta, Thyron. I don't know which pack this is. A cool trick that I do here, and which I really like, it gives a little bit dynamic to the whole thing. Look what's happening here. First, this one is playing, the top one, and then the bottom one takes over. That sounds cool, but there's a filter on it to make that even more better. Look, the cutoff is opening up here. I thought that was fucking epic. It just adds so much to it. You thought it was the same pluck with distortion? Might be. No, it's different. Looking at the sounds. Wait. It does display a different lead. Yeah, the parameters are different too. It's a different preset. But that's something you can apply too in the break. To just, you know, it adds so much to it, in my opinion.
Addicted to the game, addicted to the fame, addicted to the kick.
And always make sure you're covering everything in a break. A break has to sound full. So you need the low end, you need the mids, highs, etc. Ideally, you want to have it a little bit of a cutoff so that the higher frequencies only pop out when the lead is playing. That's usually my tactic. So when a break is there, I usually focus on low mids, and then so the lead will pop out. So the only highs we have here is a little bit of the pluck and the vocals, and then everything opens up here with all high end in the lead.
Addicted to the fame, addicted to the game.
You see what I mean, though? If you focus on the mids and lows in a break, and then it opens up at the melody. That's what you want to create, because it creates a new boom environment for the audience, as something like that. I don't know how to explain it like that. Same for the mono stereo trick right before the drop. I said it's in the Uptempo program too. Imagine you're in front of a tunnel. You're playing the music. The music is loud and wide. You go into a tunnel, it gets narrow, and that's the automation in volume that's ducking right before the drop, and the stereo mono field. So you're creating a funnel, and then when the drop opens, when the drop hits, boom. So everything sounds wider, louder, and better in general. That's a trick that I use for mastering. which you can apply to. If anyone needs any explanation about that, I will show that. What do you have in the stereo field? A Reese bass? Then again, guys, this is not a good example of how the mix sound should be. It's an old track, 2020. Let me see. I made my own Reese, I guess. It's just super saw. It's a super saw with low end. That's what it is. You can do Reese, which is, it's kind of the same. Reese is kind of low end with a saw. I just made it differently in 3 layers instead of 1. So you can let me see some questions, guys. The lead sounds so good. Yeah, I like the lead too. Yeah, I use this lead in a lot of my shock sequence tracks, I believe. Or was it EMP? No, shock sequence, which is my best album. Definitely like that stuff more. I was also in a better headspace right before COVID. Dude, I was killing it. You also fill out really low frequencies in the break. Someone's at the door. Give me 1 second. Oh, I deleted the Ring app. They can wait. Shock sequence. Mastermind. Yeah, funny that you say that because there's a lead of Mastermind here in the, where is it? Mastermind lead. I saw it somewhere. Oh, Hunter's Dream. Love that track. So, in regards to the question, low end in the break, yes. Usually with club kicks to create movement. So boom, 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 boom. A filter kick to create movement. Reese bass to fill up the melody playing, or in general, yes, absolutely, you need low end in your breaks. Absolutely. Could you reveal to us your secret on how to master an up-tempo track? I did that. In the Uptempo and Hardcore producer program. It's 9 hours long. And I mastered a track today for my friend and student Bodhi. And his track was, the mix sound was so good. There were the pinnacle to a great master track. Of course, you have to have someone who can master properly. The mix has to be flat, no weird peaks, decibel outputs the same, his mix down was, I believe it was minus 1.5 LUFS without any distortion, with low end. It's crazy. I was very surprised. That's the trick to a good master. Pat with single notes. Yeah, dude, I didn't give a shit back then. You think I care? Hey, what's up, Heavy Collision? Where did I get the vocal? I just splice vocal. Did you make the vocal or is it a sample? No, I did not make the vocal. I did make the vocal for Pincer. 1, 2. Pincer. Which vocals else did I do? Oh yeah, Showtime with Omnia. It's Showtime! I did a lot of his tracks. I did Down the Rabbit Hole. I like to do vocals sometimes. Which track? There's probably more tracks. Yeah, probably more tracks that I did. Yeah, it's the Hardfest tool, exactly. Do you personally use parallel compression for mastering? And if so, is there anything to take note about that with harder styles? You know, I've done, I could show it to you really quick. For the master, for the Uptempo Hardcore track, I can show you. I'm not gonna, where is it? Which is, by the way, included in the program, which we launched yesterday. Really excited about that. I'm gonna work my ass off to provide more lessons, of course. Master. All right, for this one, it's kind of basic because what I teach my students is to, is this the right? It's not the right. Let me change the window. Yeah. So yeah, here we have it, guys. The difference between this is included in the Uptempo Hardcore program. So if you look at the pre-master, it looks good. That's the requirement for a master track. It looks good, not too crazy peaks. The only thing that I'm seeing is here over here, but whatever. But I will have to say, the first time when I loaded the pre-master, I thought I did everything correctly, but there were a few weird peaks, like everything. So what you do is you go look at your audio waveform, preferably before exporting, of course, but I didn't do that because whoops, whatever. So I had to go back and forth to the pre-master project to turn down kicks, blah blah blah, frequencies. But until you have like I think this is a good example of a pre-master. Like this looks good. So this will end up in a good master track, because the key to a good mastered loud track is to have as less peaks as possible, so the limiter doesn't have to work as hard, and you can set the ceiling as high as possible. Nothing that a limiter can fix about those. Yeah, it definitely can fix the peaks, but you know, it will sound like very squashed together. Okay, let me answer some questions. How do you do your leads now to BK? What is BK? I don't know what BK is. How much LUFS did you master? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't master tracks back then. I sent it to the label -6 dB and have fun with it. So now I have more control over my masters, over the output. But yeah, let me show you the master chain in case you guys are wondering. But yeah, then again, the whole breakdown is in the Uptempo Hardcore Producer program. If you want to learn that, 9 hours. This one is pretty basic. Also with mastering, guys. Let me explain to you what mastering is. I'm not a mastering engineer. I do have some basic knowledge on how to make... No, not basic. I have knowledge how to make a track sound good. Mastering engineer is a whole profession. What I do is I make sure tracks are ready to be played for a wide audience, or they're ready for Spotify, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. So the mastering process, I would say, is 10% of the 100% in total of your track. So what that means is your tracks should sound 90% correct, and the other 10% I can correct or make it a little bit better. Also, it comes down to preference. A lot of people will say, well, I like to have my master really loud, and I can sacrifice a little bit of low end. Another one would say, okay, I make Millennium Hardcore, for example. I want more low end, and I don't care so much about the output, and I want to keep the dynamics more. Yeah, so how much is it to get a track mastered by you? It's for students, it's $39.99. Okay, so basically what I did with mastering here, and then again, the whole mastering process is explained in the program for Uptempo Hardcore. I do have a class for Hardstyle too in the Ultimate program, of course. Some corrective EQs when I was listening to it. And by the way, this is the difference between a pre-master track. And you can especially hear it well during the lead. Now, if you listen to, and by the way, this is on the same volume, by the way. -6 dB is the signal, okay? LUFS is different. Signal, decibel, and LUFS are completely different, but I have explained that so many times. So this is -6 dB, both tracks. So this is a mastered, unmastered track. And this is mastered. So it gets pushed. The frequencies get pushed. There's compression on the whole thing to bring everything more forward. More saturation added to make it sound more crisp. You name it, louder. This thing is fucking super loud. Sorry guys, for the guys that don't like Uptempo. We'll have to So yeah, that's loud enough, huh? Sorry for the ear rape. For some people, I love making this stuff. So by the way, how didn't I know this song? Well, probably because you are not enrolled into the Uptempo Hardcore program. But then again, back to the master chain. And I put the master chain on the FX itself, so I have room left on the master if I want to add more. With the new FL Studio update, guess what? They're going to add more FX channels, and I believe also you can add more here, so that's nice. So for now, I had to just split it up. Okay, so I felt this track needed more midtones, okay? I felt the track had a little bit too much low end, maybe to reach a higher output in volume. Okay, stereo added some high end on the sides. So the stereo field, I added some sides, lift it up. That's what I did here. Okay. With the multiband compression, I felt like the track in total was not balanced. Like the midtones still needed more. What else? Yeah. Can we see it? Let me see. Let me put this on this chain. Put this down a little for you guys. This is just a total correction on the whole track itself too. I was listening to Span. I was looking at Span the whole time. Okay. I feel like this needs to level that more. It's like leveling the frequencies a little bit. And obviously, in a better scenario, you would do that in the pre-master, make sure everything is more balanced. So this is a little bit too much correction for a master track, I will believe. But yeah, that's what you can do. And then Ozone 10. Who uses Ozone 10 here? I fucking love Ozone 10. For the sole fact that it's very visual. I added an exciter, which is a saturation plugin. And saturation adds crispiness to it. So let's listen to it. I added crispiness in the mid region here. This is the frequency spectrum. So for this region, I added tape distortion. And you might be like, why would you distort that? Well, listen to this. Without it, it sounds like this. It brings it more to the front. That region brings it more to the front. It makes it a little bit more fuller. Same for the higher frequencies. Are we still live, by the way? Chad is dead. I'm talking. I'm just going to keep talking. Yeah, Ozone is crazy. And then we have this solo here. So these are like the mid-high regions. Okay, I felt like, and again, I was mixing on for the masterclass. I was mixing on headphones, which is not ideal. You should always, preferably if you have it, work with studio monitor speakers. I'm not sure if I did a great job with headphones, but that's what I had because I cannot record and having monitor speakers on. That's weird. You can't see the plugin? Okay, that might be detached. All right, thank you for the heads up. Here we go. Yo, Martek. So what I was showing you was this one, the mid regions. And this is without. It's a little bit clipping, so it might have been a little bit too much. And then for the mid highs. And this applies to Hardstyle too, of course. I added a little bit of more of triode distortion. It's that clarity that adds to it in total. So in total, if you would turn it off, it will sound different. Listen to this. Sounds a little bit more pumped, a little bit more in the face. Then again, I believe what I did was on headphones, so I don't know. I'm not sure how it sounds on... Now listening to it, I believe the high end needs more too. But whatever, you get the point. With saturation on the master, you can add that crispiness to it that a lot of tracks are missing. Yo, Bodhi, I was just talking about your track that was really good. Pre-master. Then for the imager, the stereo field, kind of the same what I did with the Fab filter. But for some reason I felt it wasn't enough. And what I like about Ozone is that it's visual. Like I said, you have the vector scope right here. You can see how wide and how stereo it is, especially if you're focusing on a certain frequency. So the wider you do it, the more it will spread out. So visually, very appealing. And with Fat Filter, not so much. Span, not so much. You can see it, but this gives a better representation of the total stereo field, in my opinion. Oh, okay, man. Sorry to hear that, Bodhi. I'm glad everything is okay. Okay, so that's what I did, right? Ozone for the saturation and for the stereo imaging. So we have like 2 stereo imaging. I could have done this in 1 ozone, but who gives a shit? And then I did a low stereo cut. Let me see if this is not detached. Oh, this one is detached too. Guys, you need to pay attention if you can't see shit. This was the stereo field on the first one, and this is one on the second one. Let me organize a little bit. So this is a stereo cut on the low end. And why would you do that? Well, the question is, why would you keep it? Listen. All this rumble, you don't need it. But if you do it too much, it will sound thin. So yeah, that's a choice. I don't know if there's a sweet spot. I usually do it around 200 hertz. I'm curious to hear. Nice, Randy. Not flexing at all. But if anyone has a sweet spot for stereo cut on the low end, I like the 200 hertz. Linear phase. Oh yeah, I should put it on linear phase. My bad. Absolutely. Checking something really quick. You are absolutely right, T-Souls. Yeah, so that's basically the mastering process for this track. And then a wave shaper, just because, why not? Why not? If anyone could tell me why not. The only reason why not is because there's no true peak limiter on it. Okay, sure. I had a discussion with my students on that. It's only 2.3 dB. I probably could tone it down a little bit. I put a true peak limiter before it. But honestly, I don't give a shit. So it's a loud master. Happy with it. Yeah. Oh, you guys, you can't even see the span. Oh, sorry, everything was detached. You guys need to pay attention. If you can't see shit, let me know, man. So yeah. Yeah, so I made this whole track for the Uptempo Hardcore Producer program. Sorry, I had to play it. Every time it gets the blood pumping. Okay, so that's for the mastering part. Yeah, we talked about I talked about the importance of the tunnel phase, right? You go into the tunnel and boom, everything opens. So that's what I did here. Stereo mono right before the drop. Everything I apply here is also for hardstyle, of course, guys. Another build up. By the way, this kick is disgusting. Yeah, the hardstyle people probably wouldn't appreciate that. But dude, honestly, when I started this Uptempo program, I used to be like, man, this is so, all the same. But man, I love the workflow because my mind, ADHD to the max, I can just work and fuck around with this. I love it. I'm not gonna lie, I really like it. So I do like hardstyle, of course, but the tempo in Uptempo Hardcore program, not the program, it's just so I love it, man. It's just it's good to switch up, even though you're a hardstyle producer, you will learn from it too. It's really cool. What's your question about oversampling, Randy? Yeah, the last one is disgusting. It is disgusting. And guess what? They're all pre-master final. I'm gonna show you really quick. By the way, guys, feel free to ask any questions. I'm happy to answer them. That's what we're here for. So if you need help with anything, mix down, leads, you tell me. You let me know. Uptempo, hardcore, hardstyle, techno, I don't care. It's all the same. It is all the same. The only thing I would say, the big difference is the arrangement in uptempo is a little bit different than hardstyle. But kick creation, all the same, man. It's all the same. The last kick though, where is it? Over here. This one. Yeah, kick creation is. I'm a raw hat, but uptempo never disappoints. Yeah, man, it's so fun to make. Like all these kicks, it's all serum, and you just have to tweak a few knobs, and it sounds. Yeah. How do you make the lead from kick drum? What do you mean with lead, sir? Do you mean the sound? I paid for Suno. I can still find a decent vocal. Ah, that's funny. I made this. I mean, you kind of have to be lucky with the outcome, right? Usually, I try to do rap. This is Suno actually. It's all AI generated.
Shadow in the corner where the light don't.
You can hear that the vocal quality is not the best, but I found my way in Suno to make it a little bit more higher quality. So it's definitely possible. You just have to be lucky and find the right prompt. No mess project. Yeah, you know why this is not a messy project? Because this is for my students, because they can open this. So I was like, okay, you know what? For once, I'm going to work structured and organized to give them a to not give them a fucking seizure. So this is the project that is included in the Uptempo Hardcore project. Cuestiones. Have you tried the No Mess project? Yeah. Did you cover this in the stream, or do you think it makes a difference? I'm not sure what you mean with oversampling, Brandy. Oh, I see. I did cover it in. Oh, I see what you're saying. I did not cover that, and I will put it in the Discord on the lesson request. And that's how we roll. If there's something missing, something specific, we need to add to it. Okay, so suggestions and fixes over sampling class. Thank you, Randy. We'll add it to the list. Got a lot of things lined up for this month, so that's all very welcome. Okay. Delete from the track kick drum from the contest. Well, I just showed that how to make that. It's literally just 2 layers. Honestly, it was 2 presets from an old pack that I found. Combine it. But the trick in lead creation, the layering is don't change too much to the leads. Do not add too much distortion. Go crazy with OTT. I know people like the snappiness. I don't think I even used OTT in 2020, and still the leads sound good. Doesn't mean it can sound better. Oh, okay. Yeah, Randy, sure. Send it over. What do you think about the DEF CON anthem? I think it's a very average track. I admire, well, I don't admire. No, that's not the right word. I respect Vertile's music production. I respect the shit out of it. I'm nowhere near that level. I respect that he does his own vocals. However, as a DEF CON fanatic since 2008, it doesn't give that feeling for me. I might be too much of a boomer for that. It's just a very solid Vertile track. It has nothing to do with DEF CON, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Music production quality, insane, as always. But for a DEF CON anthem, I don't feel it. How do you proper mix? How do you proper mix vocal to kick? Do you sidechain the vocal to kick? Well, yeah. In this case, for the uptempo track, it needs. See, the thing is, you have frequencies. You have only so many. Talking like Trump here. You only have so much frequencies. The best frequencies. You only have so much space in the audio spectrum. So if you're playing a Dimitri K kick like here, that takes up the whole fucking audio spectrum. So, and if you want to put vocals on it, you know, guess what? That's going to be conflicting in the same frequency range. So you have to make a choice. Are you going to sidechain it, or are you going to use a track spacer? A track spacer, for example, is kind of a sidechain, but not with volume, but in frequencies. So you have sidechain as a kickstart, or draw it out as an automation, or you can use a track spacer. There's probably a lot of other ways to do it with a peak controller, and then put it on a fucking the peak on a fab filter, and then it goes down with the peak controller. I think that's basically what track spacer does. But if you are going to do that Dimitri kick or any kick that takes up the whole audio spectrum, and you're going to put a vocal on it, you're going to lose either the kick or the vocal. So you have to make room for one of them. So what are you going to prioritize? Usually a kickstart sidechain with volume will do. But maybe a combination would be even better. So you do the volume automation and a track spacer on the tail of the kick, which gives room for the frequencies of the vocal. Does it make sense? By the way, I'm going to do a track spacer tutorial soon. It's very easy. I would recommend it to everyone. And obviously there's free ways to do it with paramedic EQ and peak controller, but that's not going to be a significant outcome. All right, scrolling down the vocal, the comments, guys. The first oscillator, if I say oscillator one more time, oscillator. The first oscillator and serum is for the punch, and the second for the tail normally. Oh, you're asking about the breakdown of the. Yeah, I talk about this in the hardcore uptempo program. Yeah, so usually you have 3 oscillators, right? This is still all made in serum 1. What I tell in the tutorial is basically this. You have the formula, which is the outcome of 3 oscillators. You have the sub, oscillator A, oscillator B. That's the total formula that goes through your FX chain, right? And the FX chain, in this case, wave shaper and a few... It's not much. It's just a wave shaper and some frequencies boosted and cut. So the total formula is sub plus oscillator. Sub plus oscillator A and B. And you could determine yourself. Do you want to use oscillator A for punch, or do you want to use oscillator B for punch? In this case, I'm using oscillator B for tail. Wrong. This one. Bruh. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Okay, where's the one? I messed up. Messed up! This one? Yeah. Is it detached? No, it's not detached. Okay. So this is the total formula. In this case, I'm using the oscillator A as low end. So this is even different. So this is just 2 oscillators. You don't even have to use the sub. So in this case, I have oscillator A, which is the low end, which is a sinus wave, and then oscillator B. And that's basically it. And this formula goes through the FX chain, and I can change the tail, the complete sound. Technically, oscillator B is now the complete sound. So, and I can change the filter. And how much I want the tail to be in the presence. And then I can draw out how I want the level. This is the volume level of oscillator B. I can do this. I can do a complete fucking zaag kick, whatever. So yeah, with the Uptempo Hardcore producer program, you actually learn how to make these kicks yourself, but it's not necessarily that. You understand how serum works, and that's way more important than following someone's tutorial about how to recreate a kick. No, what you need to do is understand how Serum works, and then you'll have way more fun in music production, and you can make your own kicks. Way more fun, and it's super easy. Not too much going on the FX chain here. It's just hyper for the stereo field. Some EQ. That doesn't do much. Distortion, obviously, compressor. That's basically it, guys. It's not rocket science. You just have to have the right tools. This program is the right tools to understand how you need to work. Obviously, there's YouTube tutorials too. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, everything is in this program if you want to learn everything about Serum. Serum is beast. Serum is the fucking GOAT. And even with Serum 2, though, I saw a tutorial yesterday on TikTok. You don't even need an FX chain anymore. So that's what I'm going to do next. Be like, okay, Serum 2, no more FX chain, just everything from Serum 2. Boom. Done. Easy. All right, sorry, that was a lot of yapping. Where's my chat? Sorry, I'm a little bit behind with the comments, guys. Man, did you just click on your waveform and this project opened? No, I just opened a project, but you can't see that. The first oscillator in Serum is for the punch. All right, we're just on. Okay. Okay, I'm caught up with the comments. Any other questions, guys? I love to do this kind of stuff. And let's bring back the... Does it make sense what I'm saying with Serum? Y'all still alive? Or is my chat behind? Chat bliet. My chat bliet is behind. It does have subtitles. The whole program has subtitles. Yep. Paid for it. It wasn't cheap. But you know what? Quality matters. Oh, here's some things I missed. I seriously think you would make a way better anthem. That's very sweet. I actually... Let me show you guys something I made. Something funny. I have the... I made like a B-front. I'm not sure if there's any B-front fans here. I made like a B-front track just because I was fucking bored. You guys want to hear it? Let's switch it. I really like it. Just because I was bored. Not that I don't have stuff to do, but you know, sometimes you just want to get out of the teaching habit and or ghost production habit and do something for myself. Maybe I should just give it to B-front. Hey, B-front, call up, bro. All right, let's hear it. There are no subtitles? Yes, there are. I found your message, Randy, on Instagram. All right, let's listen to this. This is only if you like nostalgic stuff. The new guys wouldn't give a shit. I like it. All right, let's listen to it. In the fields, guys. You probably know this.
First notes drift through the air. Familiar as an old friend.
This is DEF CON vibes.
A song from another summer, another life. The voices around
This is the DEF CON anthem made by B-front.
Every word like a promise never broken. You close your eyes. For a moment, you are there again. The magical place you used to call home. Singing every word like a promise never broken. You close your eyes. For a moment, you are there again.
DEF CON anthem by B-front, guys.
Home.
it sounds familiar? You know why it sounds familiar? Because it's from that TikTok nostalgia thing that always pops up, and then you have to, these swipes from. Do you remember from back in the day? So those are the chord. It's the chord progression. Exactly that. Okay, one more thing I want to show you guys what I made, what a lost project was. I love this stuff, especially if you love the older stuff. It's like a D-Block Estefan Wild Styles track that I never finished, and only people from like a little bit older would appreciate this. Maybe the new generation too. Let's listen to it. It's really old. Really old. Oh, the live. Yeah, no, we don't have any subtitles for live. Is my English that bad? Sorry, man. You want to watch it without audio? No, I think you can watch it back with subtitles. Is this a better DEFCON anthem? Kick 10, guys. Anyway. I fucking love making that shit. Just for fun. Just for fun. Challenge yourself. So yeah, and then of course we have the, let's just subtly go to the next transition, which is highly requested in the Uptempo Hardcore producer program. Yeah, it was Hard Kick 10, guys. So yeah, let's switch it up a little subtly. You know, I made this tutorial for the people that really like this kind of stuff. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, there's a lot of demand for this. Actually, that is made in Serum too. Yeah. Ring, 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 ring. Alright, I'm not gonna bore you too much with this shit. It's fun to do though. Yeah. What the fuck was that? Well, you should check it. It's in the microwave class. X-Brave it, my man. Aye. Any other questions, guys? Can be anything. Kick drum, artist development. I'm here to help you. The kick is so hard it glitched your Serum. Yeah, well, if you love Zags, then check out the because you have the Uptempo program, right? So go check out the microwave tutorial. Yeah. Oh, this is the kick builder I'm working on for the students. Whatever. Hey, yeah, guys, let me know. Any questions, artist development, music production, I can show everything. Doesn't really matter. I'm open book. Need to work on a new Miss Isa track soon. I think I'm gonna do that with AI too. AI. Hi, AI. Can you make a Rawstyle lead from a synth one shot? Do you have kicks like Barber? I can make anything with Serum, but it's not it's honestly not a challenge anymore. Kicks like Barber, I don't even know which one you're referring to. Show me one and I can recreate it. It's not a problem. Can you make a Rawstyle lead from a synth one shot? Huh? One shot synth? You mean like a stab? Of course you can make a lead out of that. Yeah, of course. Barber Paradise. Let's listen to it. Barber. Asmongold. No. Barber Paradise. Which drop though? First drop I already have. Yeah, oh okay. Yeah, this is just a very generic up-tempo kick in my opinion. Nothing special. It's I probably have it in the from the full project. The up-tempo full project. Pre-master. Oh, my chat. I'm behind. Can you explain a bit how Spoon Tech cruelty kicks punches are made? Like if I draw peaks and distort, I don't really get anywhere with that sound. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bouncy kick. I agree with Experavid. It's not something special to be honest. It's honestly the most generic up-tempo kick. Not to be offensive, but yeah, that's literally what you hear every time. I do have it probably in this program, and I'm gonna answer your question, Colin, because I'm also a little bit interested in that. I did make like these kind of kicks, but I feel like it has to be a little bit more trashy. Trashy, not the right word. This one's pretty close, I would say, and you just have to tweak a little bit. Are we in the right screen? Yeah, just have to tweak the parameters a little bit different for that. If you want to create that kind of kick. All right, thank you, Tom. See you next time, buddy. If you show the track info, people can learn more about Suno. I don't know what you mean. If you show the track info. 1 second. Randy, what do you mean with that, buddy? By the way, I need to explain to Colin. These kind of kicks, like the cruelty kicks. It's a little bit. It's like the industrial techno kicks, right? Can you give me an example? I can try to break it down for you. And I see that you didn't DM me on Instagram. Okay, next time can you do it on Discord? It's a bit easier for me, man. The kick drum pseudo version. What do you mean with kick drum Suno version, Randy? Is it the track you sent me on SoundCloud? It's so easy, guys. Okay, and is this generated by AI? Or what's the point of playing this?
The rhythm.
Addicted to.
Oh, so you did the kick drum contest and you put it in Suno. Okay.
I am addicted to the kick drum.
Feel the earth shudder as speakers quake. The rhythm.
Yeah, this is Suno. Alright, okay.
Making hearts ache. Boom.
Yeah, well, you can
A relentless force, consuming and demanding a cycle of desire, never ending. Fuck this shit. Give me kicks.
this is completely AI generated, guys. That's how dangerous it is right now.
Kick drums, I need kicks.
Maybe he put a kick under it. I don't know.
Give me kicks.
With every beat, I lose control. My mind starts to take its toll. The kicks are taking over.
Claim the throne. Forward, marching with conviction.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Yeah, I'm not gonna run through it for the whole time because I only have 50 minutes. I have a new, I have a one-on-one lesson after this. I do want to answer the call-in question about the cruelty kind of kicks because I'm interested in it too. Cruelty, Are You Mine 106. Okay. To be honest with you, I haven't put too much effort in these kind of kicks, but I should. So let's listen to it. Cruelty, You Are Mine. All right, who's ready for some euphoric shit? $105.
You are mine. You are mine.
Okay, I see what you're saying. It's like go. Whew. Yeah. The closest I got was the Smiler kick. Do I still have that project? I do. Let's open it. Let's see how far we can get. Meantime, I'm happy to answer any other questions. Can you know what key a kick is? Yes. Use G-Tune. G-Tune. It will show you what key the kick is on. Yes. G-Tune is a free plugin. And there's other ways to do it. Wave Candy has it too. How do you get those mid-intro punches like Rebellion? You know what? I'm going to wait with questions a little bit. Let's see what we have here. This is definitely not... What the hell is this? This is definitely not the outcome that I was hoping for. Okay. So in this case, it's serum. So you can make those trashy. You're talking about the punch, right? Which is the most important thing. It's that trashy sound for in these cruelty kind of kicks. I would say make it in serum. I would start from here. So basically just get a sound, distort the shit out of it, and still do your EQ boost trick. And now from there, you need to tweak Serum until it sounds a little bit more trashy. And yeah, well, we can spend an hour doing that. Sounds a little bit too much. I would go from here and just fuck around with it. Make that trashy sound. Browse through some other presets. This could be a really cool punch, for example. But not for like the cruelty kind of stuff you need. Yeah, G-Tune is that free. Maybe add another oscillator to it. LFO tool. No, I really fucked it up. I really fucked it up. Anyway, not a great example, but we had it right before that. The sound sounded really good. So my advice would be to go in Serum. I honestly only have 9 minutes left until my one-on-one session. Go in Serum. Make sure to get that trashy sound. I will say though, challenge accepted. I'm not an expertise in these kind of kicks, so let me find out how you could make that like the trashy hitting goof goof. Maybe honestly, dude, just a random sound like fucking metal pipe, and then lower it an octave and then distort the shit out of it. That might do the trick too. The Serum is more complicated because you have to tailor it according to what you want to hear. But maybe just a metal pipe. So I'm going to dive into that. Challenge accepted. That's how I learned too. Then again, yeah, that was not my expertise. Okay, I'm going to answer some last questions until I have a one-on-one session. What do you think about melodic uptempo? Anything with a melody I prefer. I love melodies. Oh, but they did track info. People could see the prompt. Okay, I'll share that with them, Randy. I got you. You wanted to share the prompt. Okay.
I am.
I don't see the prompt though. I only see the lyrics. It's just the lyrics, not the prompt. I don't see it. But anyway, you just have to be specific what you want with Suno. I'm working on a AI class for YouTube, so that's going to be the next YouTube video. How AI can help you as an artist, not only for music, but also for like content ideas, scheduling, ideas in general for tracks, stuff like that. All right. You say less is more, but is that true with the arrangement too? Great question. No, not really. No, just put in there whatever you want. But I was talking about processing sounds, processing effects on your sounds. That's what I would less and more. Yep. What would you say is important as an artist on how to set yourself apart from the rest? Great question. Thank you, Jason. The answer to that is there's multiple options. Be funny, be obnoxious, be really good at something. In these three ways, like for example, you guys know LC Signs, for example, right? He's fucking funny. It's hilarious. People like it. So he stands out from the competition. be obnoxious, like fucking what's that fucking streamer called? This asshole, Jake Dorothy. He's famous because he's obnoxious. Well, if that's the way you want to pursue, fine. If you want to be obnoxious, like GPF was obnoxious with dicks and stuff like that. He's obnoxious with his kicks, so that's how he made it too. So funny, obnoxious, very talented, like Vertile, for example. So there's ways to stand out, but finding a new style within the hardstyle, that is the hardest one. Your choice. There's a lot of ways to stand out, and you have to choose whatever fits you. And there's no shortcut to how to stand out from the rest, because if there was, I would be sitting on the computer right now and doing all that for Miss Isa, for example. We're developing a style, that's for sure. But it's hard because almost everything is invented or looks like something else. So it's hard. Tricky one. But definitely a lot of solutions. Whatever fits. Okay. Where's my jazz music? I'm going to round it up, guys. I have 5 minutes left. Okay, thanks, Felito. If you don't want to use Serum for gated kicks, you can try and distort impact. You know, honestly, I just need to go to Serum 2 and work with that. If I make only euphoric tracks with only melodic drops, will label accept me? Well, that's a very generic question, because that depends on the quality of your drop, depends on the quality of your overall track, depends on your social media, depends on the way how you approach the label. It's a lot of things that will affect the label's decision. So it's not that black and white. It is hard to develop a signature sound, for sure. Absolutely. Right, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna dive into some cruelty, trashy punch sounds. And it's probably going to be with Serum 2 because the options are unlimited. And now the other challenge is make that sound without touching the FX. I like to challenge myself in that way. I want to thank everyone for coming here today. And, of course, you're invited to enroll into the Uptempo Hardcore program. Of course, you're invited to enroll into the Hardstyle Producer program. Become part of the community, or just become a member if you're already very experienced and you don't need any lessons. Join the community. We have weekly streams, feedback sessions. And of course, good luck with the Kick Drum Addict remix contest. May the best winner win. I'm very excited to listen to all the demos you guys have been cooking. And yeah, it was fun. It was a good stream. Thank you so much for the good vibes. Thank you so much for the questions. Thank you so much for paying attention. And I have work to do. Can you make a video about how to make extra raw, please? Yes, I can. Thank you, guys. I appreciate your time. I really do. See you guys next time.